I will explain our approach to detect of all advanced threats we met in Russia and other countries. Yes, thank you for my introduction. I do my security job for more than 26 years. And usually I use the best products, but really I use the best methodology, which is normally Cisco Safe, Internet Security Admin, it was IBM MAS before, and so on. For sure, all my companies which I worked, they produced a lot of good products. And I now work for a company in Russia who produce a lot of good products. And my vision, which I explained today, has a lot of information. So better maybe go to my YouTube channel, which is shown here. So I'm responsible now for network security and for product which is called Network Attack Discovery and Next Generation Firewall in Russia. So what I can say about my vision about common security approaches. I see that in your country, in all countries, there are a lot of cybersecurity companies, and the main reason you use it is the security research. So if a company just a set of programmers, they don't understand how to catch hackers. So the first thing each company should have is to research how hackers penetrate different corporates, different companies, and so on. So, and we have the huge competence. This is the largest cybersecurity research center, about 300 people. So we are white hats. So what we do, we show people how hackers can penetrate them. These kind of services called penetration tests. We also save companies from situation where they already hacked. For example, CryptoLocker, or for example, something was destroyed already. We go and save companies. And this is the way we learn how hackers attack. So also we research new vulnerabilities. You know, maybe that Positive Technologies are famous in different companies like Microsoft, Citrix, even Palo Alto Networks. They already had acknowledged our involvement in the research of new vulnerabilities. So we do a lot connected to hackers, because to do good security products, first you should know how hackers attack. And to learn this and to explain this, we organize even famous conference, Positive Hack Days. I invite you this May in Russia. We will again collect another, I think not 15 even thousand people, maybe more, because we even use a good big park in Moscow, in the center of Moscow, where all people can connect together and speak about security. So we develop real protection more than 20 years. And first thing which I want to focus you today is how many days hackers normally sit inside company when they already penetrated. And the answer exists. I think that you have read a lot of researchers, IBM research, Fonimo Institute research, Positive Technologies research, and practically every research speak something about 200 days. What does it mean for you? It means that if hacker penetrates company, he sits silently and invisible in your network more than 200 days. For example, in one company, we found the hackers who sit in 11 years inside. Why they do this? Because they investigate what they can steal, how they can get money from a company, and so on. And there are a lot of such examples. For example, Cisco, you remember maybe in August last year, they reported that a hacker was found inside Cisco network. Uber was reported that a hacker was found inside Uber network. And all these hacks, even these two examples, was done just by using typical logins of own users. So how to feel difference between own user and hacker who use account of your user? Yes, we use two-factor authentication, but yes, there are several ways to hack it also. And what we research that really the paradigm of security has changed. So you need just to understand, are there any hackers inside your network? How to do this? And even understand how many days hackers in your network. So there are a lot of ways. I have a special presentation about like 11, even 19 methods to penetrate. For example, credential hacking is a most simple way which hackers use for last 20, 30 years. But when we do our penetration test, practically every time, so 71% of attack we managed to show to customers was just exploiting passwords, whether it's shared password, whether it's default password, whether it's password published on GitHub, and so on. So a lot of weaknesses, but this is weakness even in our brains when we do very simple password. And that is the way hackers penetrate our networks. The second thing you discussed today already. So a lot of unknown devices inside our network, a lot of unknown software inside our network. So shadow IT, it means that your IT department and your security department even doesn't know about these devices, these software, and so on. You need to detect this, and this is normal asset management. And when hacker inside, so there is a good way to lateral movement by using standard tools, standard accounts, and so on. So attackers move with legal tools, and you cannot detect this by usual methods. So previous presentation was about this. So in reality, the best way here is to check behavior, because you can see difference between behavior of your person, your employee, or hacker, because they normally don't understand your network and they try to scan it and so on. So you can detect it easily. So our focus today is early detection. So if hacker already 200 days or even 100 days or even 5 days inside your network, it's a problem. So our goal, which we want to fix you today, is to shorten this amount. So for a few minutes better. So our solution, which we show you and which we sell to our customers, minimize the duration, so attacker inside your network. So we do this by a lot of methods. It's about 50 methods, including machine learning, artificial intelligence, normal using of techniques, and we call this product network attack discovery. So we detect applications, we research network traffic. So we receive all traffic from your network. Normally it's a span port from any device you have. And we know how to detect many real-world tactics, techniques, and procedures we see in Russia. And you know, Russia is most attacked countries. So we see all techniques and tactics in whole the world using against Russia. So really, 117, it's the largest number I know, because I see other vendors, they cannot do so much detection as we had. So our goal to suggest you successful detection, then investigation, because when you found hacker in one point, you need to go to other point and check whether hacker was already did lateral movement and so on. So you need to do this in less time and for sure less money. So when you use a product which can do this by analyzing network traffic, you can do this even faster and more useful. How we do this? 3 things. So we do traffic capture. Speed 10 gigabits is normally needed for, we store traffic. So even it's a 0-day attack, which we don't know, nobody knows, then we can return back in 1-3 days when we detect this attack and search again, because if you don't save traffic, you cannot research, but we have it. So we also store the traffic analysis, which is metadata. So we parse applications. So we use 1,200 application parameters to detect behavior of people, of hackers, and so on. And this helps us to detect. So normally we say that we do this like products with class network detection response, network traffic analysis. So for sure, it's just one of the components, and we have a lot of. And our expertise, a lot of white hackers who work inside our company, we can hunt hackers, we know how they attack, and we receive info. When we save company, we understand how it was attacked, and we put our knowledge to the rules, to many detection engines, and this is the only way to detect it, by behavior, by static analysis, by so on. So our goal and our desire for you today is to produce threat hunting, produce detection and incident investigation to understand where is weak points inside your company. We can do this even during proof of concept. So we can put our device, found hackers, maybe it's already exists, and remove it from your network. It's the first task normally people ask about us. So I already mentioned that we have 170 techniques and tactics of hackers we detect. So you can go to our portal, use QR code, or just put in your URL meter.ptsecurity.com, and you will show this is good list of techniques we cover. So Meter Attack is a good database of techniques and tactics, and we show what techniques we understand. So hackers normally use some of them. So if they will use one of them, we will detect them. For sure, we don't stop. We have sandboxes, we have XDR, which is host protection, and we have services. Normally, we have services for integration, and also we help people just to understand what is on the screen, because for some people, they don't have experts, so we help them, and we when we installed our software and it goes automatically detection, we can arrive, for example, 4 months and explain what most important events you should see and you should react and so on. Or we can configure automatic reactions if you wish, because many people understand this. I cannot explain all the techniques. It's about 50 different methods, different data source we use. Sometimes people think that it's IDS signatures. Sometimes they think that we detect DEGA domains, indicator of attacks, indicator of compromise, many threats. So a lot of things we use. So this is not the day to explain all of these, but it's a very comprehensive approach we use. So we use many analysis methods, and you receive the best result you can find on the market. So why I think about this? Because, for example, this is result of one proof of concept. So how to detect that this customer was hacked? Just simple message. You see, DCSync. DCSync, it's just a flag in RPC request which says that somebody already copying full copy of your Active Directory. It means that you already hacked. And this is just one message in your screen, but for me, it's a understanding that you should be go to do something and to recover information which already stolen. And all other messages for sure is just also show, for example, Log4j vulnerability is most common vulnerability used to hack websites and so on in other services. So a lot of things we show, and this is just example of events you receive from us. We use many tactics and techniques, and even most interesting, we can even detect when hacker use encrypted traffic. So we research how the malware using encrypted traffic. We detect some signs of this, put rules, and detect this. This is very useful, so please use this. Also, I can say that we show you full picture of how your network works, and it's not only useful for your cybersecurity team. We see that IT teams started to work to detect the sources of network issues in real time. So even IT teams started to use our products. We have a lot of references. For example, one of our customers in Kaliningrad, they say that their security operation team started to receive information about their network, and 70% of useful information and useful incidents detected by our product. Our television and radio broadcasting company, enough famous in the world, they found active botnets. They found hidden malicious activities inside, just in the beginning. So our energetic company, they use it as network security monitoring. They protect infrastructure. They found several shadow IT applications. So really, product useful for every customer in each own way. So what I want to underline today. So to avoid attacks with positive technology protection, for sure, better to use not just products, better to receive education from us, better to receive services for us, because you know, the security is not about products. And even you remember that in many countries, we have a joke that when you have a shark attack and you have a group of people, so you should not be the first of this group of people to save. You should be just the second after the last. Yeah. So in Russia, unfortunately, a lot of sharks attacking, and we are very good experience to protect for all sharks we have around the world, and that's why our products have so much detections, have so much protections. So please use this QR to read more and receive our successful detection for less time, for less money, and this is based on our white hat protection, our threat intelligence, our experience, which you receive every day and every night. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Denis, for your presentation. It was interesting, and the way you summed it up in the end was very innovative, right? So
thank you.
Thank you so much, Denis. We would definitely look forward to your participation in our future initiatives as well. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.